So when you get a script called Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, do you resist the temptation to read it? What's the first thing that comes through your mind?
Sack my agent. Literally. That was the first thing. I was like, what are you talking about? And he said, no, I know, it sounds preposterous, but give it a chance. And I'd been out of work for a long time. So I read it, and I really loved it. I read it from the first page to the last in one sitting, and I remember going downstairs to my wife and saying, this could be really great. It's a lot of fun, and I thought they managed to blend these two completely unrelatable things
and
sort of seamlessly almost.
When you're offered to play Mr. Darcy, obviously with a twist in this one, is it a rite of passage for any British actor to do, or is it something you say, oh, it's been done so much, I don't want to do it again?
Well, I wouldn't have wanted to do it again without the zombies, because I think it's been done so well before. I mean, Colin and Matthew McFadden, nearly said Michael, sorry, yeah. Matthew. And I'm not sure whether anyone would really necessarily want to see it again. But I think what the original was always missing was samurai swords and the undead and a bit of ultra-violence.
Do you enjoy that samurai aspect? I mean, obviously everybody was well acquainted with the sword fighting on set, especially the girls, but I mean, Mr. Darcy gets his fair share. How much did you learn?
They sent it to me, actually, the sword. I don't know whether I should say that, but I have done anyway. We have, you have to sort of cram. I mean, you don't become an expert. You try and learn to look like one. But I loved it. I mean, Jack Huston and I have a great sword fight in it, which we really enjoyed doing. And I have a great kung fu sort of scene with Lily James, who's playing Lizzie Bennet, which is also great fun. I love doing all that stuff. You know, you get to, and riding a horse, I had to sort of learn as well. So you get to learn all these things that would usually cost you a fortune in lessons for free and sort of in a very short amount of time. It's great.
Yeah, and it's a good stress-free Buster to also fight against the bushes all the time. He's kind of
that was
his
pretty
anger on the bushes.
That was pretty. That was quite ridiculous, but I enjoyed doing that as well.
Absolutely. You and Lily seem to have got along so well because the chemistry works very well. Was it seamless from the beginning? Because it is that kind of unusual chemistry, the Darcy Bennett one.
Yeah, I mean the material, the source material, as in the very original stuff, is so beautiful and romantic that I think it can help. People who hated each other could possibly get away with it. But she's a lovely, unaffected, talented young woman, and she was great fun to work with. I think for me, she's one of the, if not the best, Lizzie Bennet. I think she's perfect for it.
And it's such a quirky adaptation, so it's really enjoyable to watch.
And we had a laugh. Yeah. I mean, she hurt me a few times.
Unintentionally.
Unintentionally. The worst was when she would then stop the take to apologise, because I thought, well, she's just going to have to do it again now. But no, we had a great time. She's lovely.
And she said that the girls became like, a girl band. They got along so well.
They were real trouble. It's very difficult to keep a straight face with them around. And Sally Phillips, who plays their mother, is a comic British icon. She deliberately tries to make you laugh.
And she's well acquainted with Jane Austen type of stories because of Bridget Jones, so it's
it's
a testament.
I've never seen those, but I've heard there's a similarity.
But are you acquainted with Jane Austen's literature in general? I mean, is it something you were interested in ever?
I'd not read. No, it was the first time I'd read it when I read it for this. Well, I didn't even read it because I have a young son at home, so reading is really
hard.
It's to find the time. So I had it on. I got the unabridged audio book while I was pushing the pram around.
Yes, and then you get the children's story to tell.
Yeah,
Yes,
but it's a
that's
beautiful. I mean,
yeah.
it's a beautiful book, and I think the character of Elizabeth Bennet is a really brilliant female character and figure, you know, and very forward, progressive for that time. You know, the idea to not marry for wealth, but rather for love, or rather not marry at all, is something
That was ahead of its time.
that's very much ahead of its time. I mean,
No, I agree.
apparently some women still marry for the money. I
Really?
don't know.
In Chelsea, in Mayfair?
Yeah.
That's fun. German questions. Okay, so first of all,
In German?
they would like to know how good your German is by now.
Fantastisch. Perfekt.
Favorite German word?
Unbedingt.
Do you talk German or English at home?
Mostly English, but my son speaks to me in German now, so that's quite strange.
How much do you like Berlin, and do you miss London sometimes?
I love Berlin, but I came straight from Leeds, Bradford area to Berlin, so I always like being in London, but I never lived here.
And did fatherhood reshape your professional and personal life?
Good Lord. It makes me worry less about whether people think I'm any good or not.
Thank you. That was for the German questions. What movies did you watch when you were growing up?
Boyzone stuff, you know, a lot of war movies. If there were guns involved, you could count me in pretty much. Robin Hood. Star Wars a little bit, although I grew out of it.
Even recently?
I haven't seen it, but I haven't been to the cinema for much longer than I thought. And James Bond, I guess.
That's what parenthood does to you. It kills your cinema experience in the cinema room. Let's talk about Oscars. Have you seen any of the films that are
I
nominated?
thought you were going to
this
ask
year?
whether I'd like one. Well,
Would you like one as well?
for this part, I can't see it happening. What do I think of the Oscars? I hope Leonardo wins one. I think he's fantastic. And I hope Brie Larson wins, because I worked with her in the summer and she's lovely and brilliant in the film.
No, absolutely. And what's next for you now?
A film with a Ben Wheatley film. He's a British independent director. A film called Free Fire, which I think is going to be really good. Amazing cast, including Brie. I don't know when it's coming out. A German family comedy slapstick where I play the villain.
In German?
Yeah. And a BBC thing at the end of the year called SSGB. I had a busy year last year.
And without giving anything away, should the zombies return? Would you be tempted?
Yeah, of course.